This time on iRate Garage, I'm confirming whether or not I have a bad glow plug on my 96 F350. And if I do, I'm going to replace that one glow plug. Yes, I said one, for a few reasons. One, I'm kind of cheap. Two, I'm relatively lazy. And three, it's uncomfortably close to go time for my plow truck. So, that being said, if I find a bad glow plug, I'm replacing the one bad glow plug. All the other ones test out just fine with the test light. That's good enough for me. But it would appear that we have a non-player. So we're going to address that non-player right now. Come in here. This glow plug was working, and this one was showing that it was not. It's the outer two pins, these guys here, okay? Since that shows itself to not be working, I'm gonna quick pull the valve cover off of this side and see if the wire came loose. I had all this apart last year at some point, and I'm concerned / hoping that maybe it's just a wire that has come unplugged. So we're gonna quick pull the valve cover off and check. Wow, that was ambitious. I don't know, ever have one of those days where you start to feel like maybe you shouldn't do a job? Now you should disconnect the batteries before doing this. I did not, so there you go. And why that doesn't move, I don't know. Oh, that's right. It's a separate little guy here. Hang on. Again, not a professional. Follow my advice at your own risk or something like that. Cool. Just drop that. Like it. There, now that's loose. Apparently I was feeling rambunctious when I put this together last time, because this shit is way tighter than it should be. Oh, I gotta move the hose for that sensor. It must be a MAF. Some form of airflow sensor. Right here. Be careful. I think in here's live. There we go. All right, is this free now? It is free. Excellent. It's kind of a tricky wicky. I get this out without hitting the back of the alternator. All right. Well, I'm having a bad day. So that red wire right there is the glow plug, and it looks very plugged in to me. I'm going to unplug it. You can't see, but you got to be on the rubber or you'll break it. Now that is unplugged. Flip it up out of the way. Okay. Shine down there again. It's just that little probe down in the oil. Right there. So we're gonna touch that, their test light, make sure that still works. You come down here and only touch that. And indeed, that glow plug is bad. Maybe not my worst fears, but the most annoying. I need to do a glow plug on this thing. I don't know anything about the truck in terms of whether or not it has good quality glow plugs in it or cheap ones. I bought the truck like 10 years ago. I've never had a problem. The guy I bought it from 10 years ago said he never did anything to it. Never had anything done. So these glow plugs are 20 years old, maybe more. Don't know if they're any good. So for now, I think I'm going to disconnect the batteries and fish that valve cover out and wait for my glow plug to show up. I will catch you later. Maybe in a better mood. Probably not. And we're back. Different day, better mood, but still a little nervous. I'm gonna be honest with you, because that's what we're about here on Irate Garage, is honesty and transparency, unlike the average politician. I've never actually done a glow plug before. I've just never had to. I've had good luck over the years with these trucks, diesels in general. I've never actually had a truck that needed glow plug work outside of relays. Relays for me, they tend to fail, but never an actual glow plug itself. So I know what to do. We're going to do it. And again, I don't know if I mentioned it. I'm just doing the one. Again, I don't know what these glow plugs are. The more you touch, the more you risk, right? And I might be a week from snow, and this is my plow truck, and I need it to be ready to go. So it puts me in a spot, right? Do I just fix the one glow plug and only risk breaking one off in the head, or do I try to do all 8, which increases the odds of breaking one off 8-fold? And I've contemplated just saying screw it and running it, but the reality is, and I've preached it for years, that when you have one glow plug that goes down, it being dead will kill the next weakest one. I have a cat. And then after that, it'll kill the next one even faster. And usually by the time you have 3 of them bad, the dog just came in, 3 of them bad, the rest go in rapid succession. So I'm just doing the one, and we're going to cross our fingers. Now, from what I understand, it is pretty rare to actually have one break. However, just being kind of an anxious and nervous guy myself, I just assume the worst is going to happen. So, cat. All right. I did also buy a topside creeper. Seemed like a good excuse to do it. That my broken zipper just poked a hole in. Anyway, I don't know if you can see it, but the glow plug is right there and there's oil around it. We need to get that oil out of there. And what I'm going to do is come in here first. Oops, my hat might be blocking the view. There's oil in here around the glow plug. So what I'm going to do is come in here first with my big syringe and suck out what I can, which is come in with my syringe and suck out what I can. All right. I'm just going to set that over here. Did not look like a whole lot. There's still a little bit in the hole. So I sucked out what I could. I think what I'm gonna do, well, I know what I'm gonna do. I have my air chuck here. And a rag. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a rag over it. I'm gonna hit it with some air. Now there's 0 oil in that hole. That's what we want. So, that's done. I didn't mean to fling that across the shop, but I did. We're looking pretty good. Now, 1/4-inch ratchet with an extension. Sneak it in here. Oh, I want to double check. I forgot to make sure I had a proper sized fuel line, so hopefully this will do it. This is like a trick people say, put a piece of fuel line over it, and you can just spin it out. So we're gonna hope that that is indeed the case. And that is the right size. I got a topside creeper, so I can just relax while I do this. It might be dark for you, I'm sorry. And one of the things that's big for me is not being in a hurry, being comfortable, being confident, all that kind of stuff. So, here we go. That feels tight. I didn't hear anything break. I can spin it by hand with the socket. Excellent. Fish that out of there. Slip this on. I legit cannot tell if that is spinning. There we go. Hard to tell if it's spinning. Oh, it's spinning, all right. Excellent. Oh, did that spin completely out now? Yes, it did. All right, let me grab a pair of pliers and pull that out. Cross your fingers. I'm crossing mine. Please be whole. Yes. I got the Bosch on the right and the Motorcraft on the left, and the Bosch has a taper to it. Interesting. But that's also confidence inspiring that this has quality stuff in it. Look at that. Awesome. That makes me happy. Good bean. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right. So now we will plop this guy in there. Now, if you don't get the oil out of that hole, you do have to if you don't get the oil out of that hole, you have to crank the truck over and get the oil out of there. But I didn't want to do that, so I did it the way I did it. You want to be easy. This is very fine thread, and my understanding is not all that difficult to cross thread it. It's an actual mouse turd on top of a connector that I undid the other day. I'm curious what those cats are actually doing. In by hand. That should be far enough in I can get the socket on it. Oh, it just bottomed out right there. Hot damn. Now, I don't like using torque wrenches with extensions. Kind of don't have a whole lot of choice here right now. So. There we go. And actually, what I meant to do before, and I didn't do, was actually test the glow plug, make sure it was good on the bench. But, you know, details. Plug that in, and then we'll oh, are you even recording? Yes. And then we will hook up one battery. I'm going to grab my test light. We'll hook up one battery, and we'll confirm our repair. Come up here and test, and it is working. Excellent. Well, now I'll just put it back together, and then we will check it out. Awesome. That makes me happy. So nervous. To be fair, I'm nervous about all my repairs, but something about this one really got in my head, and I think largely because there's horror stories about, you know, this not working well for guys. So. Comment down below. Have you had to do this? I'm curious about, you know, the odds of actually breaking a glow plug off. If you know what I mean. Like, is it like super common? You know, did you do one truck and break 8 of them off? Have you done 100 trucks, never broke one in your life? I'm curious to know. Because that's the problem with, like, the internet, is reading things on the internet. It's like little things get blown out of proportion, big things get ignored, that kind of a deal. I'm curious. Really just curious more than anything. And it's good engagement on my channel, and it looks good to the algorithm. Of course, you only want to get them started. I don't know if I mentioned it, but it's just studs that go on either side of the oil dipstick tube, which you probably can't see, but that's okay. All right. Now for my least favorite one. All right, I got the batteries hooked up. Time to see if she starts. Well, it should start. It's 55 in here, but make sure we don't hydraulic the engine. We shouldn't. I got all the oil out of there, but still, somebody's going to be like, "Oh, you didn't crank it over without the thing in there." And yeah, some people like to make a lot of work for themselves, and other people. So I'm gonna set you up, and we're gonna start it. Did you know it helps when you use the right key? There you go, guys. It started. It's running. It is fixed. If you enjoyed this video or found it helpful, please consider liking and subscribing. Until next time, guys, be safe. Woo! I'll see you later. Time to put the plow truck back into plow truck mode.